All righty. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I want to thank you very much for all coming out tonight. You could have been any other place, but you chose to be with TravelSmiths at B2B Bistro in Point Pleasant. So thank you very much to enjoy a cocktail and some light fare. I want to take a moment to introduce my team. For the people that don't know us, we are on Route 88 when you go up here and get up to, take Arnold Avenue to the light. Before you when you hang the right in front is TravelSmiths. Some people drive by and they go, "Where are you there?" And I said, "We're across the street from Dunkin' Donuts." "Oh, I think I know where that is." I'm like, "Oh my God, you can't miss our building. It's huge. It says TravelSmiths and our phone number's large." And when the bridge goes up and that phone number is large on the building, we get phone calls, and I love it. It's so true. I love it. All right, so I just wanted to introduce, we have 30 amazing team members on with TravelSmiths. And I have a nice load of my gals here tonight. I do have a couple of boys. I call them my tokens. God bless them. But first, who you're going to meet and ever talk to on the phone in the beginning when you first call in is our Miss Jenny Arms. She's our administrator's concierge. She doesn't just answer phones and reception. There's a lot of other things that she does. There's so many different seats on the bus that you need to be in to make our company one and be amazing. And we work really hard at servicing you. And then first we have Miss Stacy Camarelli. She's not only one of our travel advisors, she's an Italian teacher and Spanish teacher, and is retiring soon from there. I can't wait because I want, 5 more years, we can't wait. We have Miss Kylie Materia. She is new to our team. She's an independent contractor, so she was learning. Miss Caitlin Keller. She's one of my assistants. And she's been with me since last February. It's awesome. She's growing. She's traveled extensively and needed to get into the industry, so she was perfect fit. We have Miss Colleen Hulse. Miss Colleen Hulse is the mother of Liam, our entertainer this evening. Colleen has been with us for, oh my God, Colleen, 15 years now. And she was a teacher. I have a lot of teachers. It's a great job for a teacher and for moms. It really is. All right, and she's incredible. She started with coming to me saying, I love Disney, I want to do Disney and sell Disney. I go, there's a great big world out there. And now she sells everything. She sells amazingly. And then we have Miss Liz Grutis. Now, Liz Grutis has been in the industry for way longer. She's been with me, but she's been in the industry how long now?
37 years.
37 years. I know.
And I'm only 21.
I know. But, and you've been with us for 15, 16 years. So, and she's an independent contractor. Both ladies are independent contractors, but they are a family. We are not a host agency. We are a family agency, which is really important because, like when COVID hit, we were on the phones every day figuring out the best way to handle and help our clients. We fought for money. We moved things around a million times, but it made us stronger. And it's sad because during COVID, many agencies closed. And we made it across the pond, I guess you say. And then I have Miss Jamie Falkenberg, who's been with us since 2014. She's amazing. She's also my younger sister. She rocks the house, and she's a frontline advisor, and she started with just Caribbean and Mexico, and she's all over the world. Morocco, Europe, I don't know, we could go on forever, cruises. So my team has a lot of specialties. We command Mexico and the Caribbean. We can do that with our eyes closed, for sure. But people need to go to different destinations, and that's what's been happening, is that we have so much in Europe and Australia, New Zealand, we're over in Tahiti, Hawaii, and they all specialize. And what happens is that my team goes away. We are a part of it. We are a signature agency, and we joined them back in 2012, and I've never looked back. The educational journeys that they send my team on is unbelievable. A young lady just came back from Australia for 2.5 weeks. She learned so much. It was all over. I have a young lady right now in Uganda and Rwanda and going to South Africa. I mean, my team is just unbelievable. And then we have Miss Lisa Coleman, who was a teacher as well. And she started with me. We were friends forever. And now it's been how many years now, Lisa? 17 years. And she retired 3 years ago?
Yep.
3 years ago. And Lisa loves the world of travel. She just does, and she does exotic luxury. She's one of my independent contractors too as well. And then of course I have my handsome husband over here, that's Paul G. Smith. I am the president, he is my vice president, and he just makes sure I look like a rock star all the time. What? I know. He is the maintenance man for sure. He is. So my team is amazing. I wish you could meet all of them, but you know, some are working, some are probably home with their kids or whatever. But we facilitate all areas, and we are just not a booking agency. And there's many clients that I see in here that have been using us for years, and I thank you over and over and over again. Yes, the Archers and Mullahs, I'm looking right at you both, I know, you know, and there's plenty of others. And I know there's a lot of new faces, and the McCourts back there too as well. But you know, I know there's a lot of faces, and I haven't seen the ferries in forever, and they just popped into my world again, which I love to see. But I know that you might have seen us on Facebook or in a senior community or a, you know, co-star email blast or whatever, because we do have a large database. So I do thank you for coming. It's going to be a wonderful night this night. We have Columba today from AmaWaterways. She's going to be doing a beautiful presentation. It's an incredible product. We've got some beautiful stuff. Ladies, I'm going to ask you to leave. Thank you. Miss Columba, you come up and visit with me.
Okay, waiting for the traffic jam. Okay.
There's a traffic jam.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Okay.
Yeah.
Coming up.
All right, girlfriend, I'm going to leave you here.
Oh,
but
no.
I am going to tell you that we do have an incredible special that we're going to be having, that we're going to share later after she gives you all of her discoveries of all the beautiful destinations that you're going to. All right, without further ado, Miss Columba from AmaWaterways.
Thank you. How y'all doing? Thank you all for being here this evening. I was here a couple of years ago. Were any of you here for that presentation? Oh, a couple. I want to ask before we get started, who here has been on a river cruise? I don't care what company, what river. Okay, good. Who's been on AmaWaterways? Ooh, good. Okay, so you want to make friends with these people because I'm going to talk about a referral program later. So those people that have been on, we got something in store for you. So again, thanks. We want to talk really tonight, you know, river cruising is growing and growing in popularity. I think especially past COVID, people are looking for the small ship experience. People ask me, who are these people that go on river cruises? I say they are people that have been there, done that on the big ships, never looking for something different. Or the people that say, oh, no, 5,000 people? No, not happening. Never see me on one of those. I worked for the big ships for many years, most recently Royal Caribbean 10 years ago, and I'm here now 12 years. And they just kept getting too big for me, and I said, enough, I'm done, I can't take it anymore. And I got tired of saying the ship is the destination. No, the destination should be the destination, where we're taking you, okay? If you're tired of palm trees, if you're tired of that, let's take a river cruise. So who is AmaWaterways as a company? Because we're not the biggest company out there. Probably some of you may never heard of us. But when we talk about big ship versus ocean, we like to say that oceans take you to countries where rivers take you through them. So here you see, I like that this mirror is here. It looks like I know what's going on. Look, I can see my presentation. It's perfect. You think I got eyes behind my head. Oceans take you to countries, rivers take you through them. You see a gorgeous shot here of our ship sailing on the beautiful Moselle River. This is what it looks like. We're carrying an average of 156 guests on our ships in Europe. That's less than a lifeboat on Royal Caribbean, just so you know, okay? Less. Really, really unique experience. We've been in business, like I said, you might not have heard our names because we don't do a lot of direct mail. We don't do a lot of advertising. What we rely on are past guests that come back and talk about how much they love the experience. And we rely on travel professionals like those at TravelSmiths that know the differences. Oh, what happened? Okay. Because just like with big ships, there are differences, right? Why do some people choose Carnival, some choose Royal Caribbean, some choose Celebrity? There's a difference. So we all do it a little differently. These are the owners of my company. So we are a small family-run business, like TravelSmiths mentioned, right? So we've got Rudy Schreiner, born and raised in Austria, Christine Karst in Germany, Gary's dad was the original partner from Ireland, but Gary's really from Staten Island. That's where he was born. But he's part of the company too. So it's a small family-run business. You know, you're not just a number when you travel with AmaWaterways. We really take good care of our guests on board the ship, and they take pride in what they do. And river cruising is all we do. There are some river cruise companies that have big ships, little ships. There are river cruise companies that are also tour operators. They have hotels and motor coaches. This is all we do. This is what we want to stick to. So when we look at the map, and again, when you're looking at the map of Europe, all the companies are going to the same places. We can't make new rivers, right? So they're all doing the same thing, but it's how we do it. Now you're looking at this and you see from the North Sea to the Black Sea, all those blue lines, Europe is the heart of our business. That's the bulk of our ships are there. Most of our itineraries are 7 nights. We always offer a pre or a post land extension because we feel that nobody's schlepping all the way to Europe for just 7 nights. They want a little bit more. So we tie it up with a nice bow, nice pre or post package. And what's nice about AMA is when you do those pre or post, the cruise manager is with you for the whole time. So it's not like a big ship where the cruise manager is singing and dancing for 6 months and that, you know, getting tired. Our guys do one trip at a time, and it's really very special. So we offer the Danube, the Rhine, the Rhone, the Seine. We've got 3 ships in Portugal now, and then we have our exotic destinations, which I'm going to touch upon a little bit later. But I want to spend most of the time on Europe because that's really the heart of our business, like I said. Our fleet is comprised right now of 27 ships, with 1 or 2 coming on here or there every year, but we're not growing in leaps and bounds. We do what we can manage. And when we talk about AMA, we talk about the services that we provide on board our ships that many of the others don't have. And the staterooms, specifically. I said we're carrying 156 guests. My major competitor is carrying 190 guests on the same size ship. So that tells you that our staterooms are a little bit larger, that we have more amenities. So this is our minimum. There's no such thing as a inside stateroom. You'll have at least a window like this. Beds are together or apart, you tell us. The next step up would be a French balcony stateroom, which gives you a wall of glass. You can't actually step out, but you got more light, so people don't feel so claustrophobic. And then the next step up is our twin balcony stateroom, which offers you a step-out balcony as well as a French. All the staterooms have TV, Wi-Fi is included, movies on demand are included, safe deposit box, bathrobe and slippers will be waiting for you in your stateroom. Really nicely appointed staterooms. And then what happened in 2015, we formed a partnership with Disney. So Adventures by Disney uses the AmaWaterways ships. And what that forced us to do, which we didn't mind doing at all, we started building ships with triples and quads and adjoining staterooms. So when Adventures by Disney has the ship, it's a full ship charter, and they get families that come on the ship. But once in a while, in the summer months, we get families too, and we love it. You get, you know, a grandmother, grandfather that has heritage in these parts of the world. They want to take the grandkids. They don't want to be distracted with hundreds of other kids. They don't want to be distracted by a rock climbing wall, ice skating rink. They really get to spend time bonding with the family. So we built the ships with triples, with quads. That's a triple. There's the quad with a full-size, queen-size bedding and bedroom on the other side. And then we have adjoining staterooms as well. So I often hear people say, oh, well, I don't want to be on a ship with kids. Believe me, it's not like that, okay? There'll be 1 or 2 families that might bring a teenager or 2. You're not going to find kids running around. Yes, Sally?
Is there a minimum age of the child?
Yeah, well, I think we say 9. But if they do have a younger, they have to sign a waiver because we're not going to have any kind of things going on for kids, you know? So it's mostly teenagers that'll come, like I said, because they'll enjoy some of the excursions. And you're taking the family to see the real castles, the real palaces, the real places where history was made. Forget the Disney stuff. Let's go to see the real thing, right? So those are the staterooms. Then as far as what the amenities are on board, on our larger ships, we have a pool on the top deck. We have jacuzzis on the smaller ships. That's the pool. We have a masseuse on board our ships. We have a hairdresser. We have gyms on our ships. We have wellness coaches that will get you up in the morning and do a little core strengthening, resistance band training. They'll also accompany the guests on our hiking and biking excursions. So we offer all of that. And then, of course, you know, it's not like a big ship where we have multiple lounges. We don't have a piano bar and a martini bar and a comedy club. This is it. It's one room where everything kind of takes place. It's the gathering place for your excursion talks, for your embarkation, debarkation, your evening entertainment, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But it's the catch-all room, the panoramic lounge at the front of the ship. It's also the room where you're going to go for your cocktail party every night. So on a river cruise, when you first, if this presentation intrigues you at all tomorrow and you make a phone call and get a price, you might think, oh, that's a little expensive. But not when you think about all that's included. Because with a river cruise, pretty much everything is built in. So at this slide is where I'm going to tell you what we don't include. We don't include gratuities because we feel that's at your discretion. We'll give you guidelines. We don't include all alcohol all day, but we do have complimentary cocktail party every night. And we do include beer, wine, and soda with lunch and dinner. And believe me, if you don't turn your glass upside down, the wine keeps coming. So you have that. We don't include the spa, the gift shop, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is included. Most importantly, it's the excursions. Every excursion, when you open my brochure and you look at the day by day and you see or, every excursion listed is included. Many other river cruise companies will say, city tour. You say, oh, okay, but I want to do this. They'll say, oh, you can, but there's an additional charge for that. So everything that's listed. We do have some optional tours that are not included. For an example, if you're doing an overnight in Vienna, we offer a concert that you'll pay for that on the ship. If you're doing the pre or post land extension, if you're in Prague, and we offer an excursion that takes you to Terezín, the concentration camp, there's an extra charge for that. But your basic sightseeing on the pre and post is all included. So minimal extra. Wi-Fi, like I said, movies, all of that. Bottled water, coffee, espresso. You go to the coffee machine, press a button, barista, you are in 1 minute, cappuccino, espresso, macchiato, whatever. So that's all there for you. After your cocktail party, you'll make your way into the main dining room. And the other beautiful thing about a river cruise is you're really getting locally sourced food. It's not, pallets of food being dropped off. It's fresh, it's local. You're getting the flavor of the destination. We were the first river cruise company to get the designation of the Champ de Rôtisseur, which is a culinary institute, so we're very proud of that. And we also feature, complimentary, a specialty restaurant on all of our ships in Europe, except for Portugal. And I'm not really sure why, but Portugal doesn't have that. What's happening? Okay, so that's my chef's table. It's small, it's intimate. Here, the menu stays the same all week long. So people just make a reservation, and one night during the cruise, they enjoy this. It's a multi-course tasting menu. As you can see, it has an open kitchen. It's really nice presentation and beautiful, tasty food that comes out of that kitchen, as tiny as it is. And then we have entertainment. Now, when I first came to AmaWaterways, I was a little nervous about this because I came from the big ships. I'm a big show girl. I love casinos. And I thought, oh boy, what am I going to do at night on this ship? I'm going to be lost. But it's such a different experience because every day you are out. You are exploring. You're doing a hiking tour, a bike tour, a walking tour. You have a cocktail party, you have dinner, it's an open seating. It's 10 o'clock, you go upstairs, you hear a little of the string quartet, by 10:30 you're done. Because tomorrow you're getting up and you're starting all over again. It's not like a big ship where you're sitting on the top deck, drinking pina coladas and napping and playing bingo. You are busy on a river cruise, believe it or not. You gotta have some good stamina to do this. So in the evening, we bring on local entertainment. It's gonna be a dance troupe, a string quartet, it could be a glass blowing demonstration. But like I said, 10:30 you're done. If you do want to hang out, the piano player is there. The bartender will not leave until the last guest leaves. So you can stay as long as you like, but not much happening. And then again, the most important thing is the variety of the excursions. Another thing that I heard when I came, oh, river cruise, all you see is churches, town square, and city hall. You will see a lot of that, yes. But we take you on off the beaten path tours. We have bikes on all of our ships in Europe, except for Portugal. We do hiking tours, we do walking tours, and the walking tours are all done at different paces. So we have regular, gentle, and active. If we have 60 people sign up for the same excursion, we break you into groups of 20 or less. So you don't have 60 ducklings following the lollipop, it's 20 or less. And it's really done very, very well. So it could be a vineyard experience, a wine tasting, a food tasting, lots of variety. And again, all included. So we're looking at some excursions, some itineraries. The romantic Danube. You'll look in the brochure, there's many Danube itineraries, and they're very popular. But they're all very similar. We have a lot of ships doing it. This one will give you 3 nights in Prague, in the city of Prague. Then you will go down by motor coach. You have to stop in Regensburg for German sausage. Then you'll board the ship in Wilshofen, Germany. Now in Wilshofen, we do something that's exclusive. We offer a Oktoberfest. We don't care if it's April, you're getting an Oktoberfest. You're gonna get it no matter when you go, because that's how we are. And being the owner's German, she knows the mayor, he comes, they bring an Oompa band, the kids come, it's a lot of fun. So you will enjoy a Oktoberfest, then you continue along the Danube River, make all these beautiful stops. I'm gonna show you some pictures, and you finish off in Budapest, which is beautiful. So just to show you some visual, just to go back one sec, 5 countries in this itinerary in a 1 week plus the 3 nights in Prague. But even if you didn't do Prague, you're still touching 5 countries, because this day you're in Linz. If you take the excursion to Český Krumlov, that is in the Czech Republic. We take an excursion that takes you to another country. It's crazy, but we do that. Other companies don't do that, we do. Okay, so looking at these pictures, beautiful Prague, the city of spires. Then you've got Linz, Austria, which is the day you'll get to choose if you want to go to Salzburg for the day, to Český Krumlov, or, well, of course, Salzburg. You're going to get there's Český Krumlov. In Salzburg, you're going to get your flavor of the Sound of Music. You'll see some of the sights that were in the film, really special there. Okay. Then you're going to sail for a beautiful morning or afternoon along the Wachau Valley. This is a beautiful UNESCO World Heritage Site where you'll see lots of beautiful architecture along the way. You'll get commentary from the cruise manager as you're going along. Then you make a stop at Melk Abbey. Spectacular. It's still a working abbey, Benedictine Abbey, absolutely beautiful. Of course, then you'll stop in Vienna, get a little Mozart and Strauss, then you go to Bratislava. What's happening? And then finish off in Budapest. Am I what?
I know it keeps blinking out. I apologize. I don't know.
Okay, but then you'll end in the beautiful city of Budapest. But again, the beauty of being on a river cruise, when you're docked in Budapest, you want to get off the ship, you just walk off to the market. You walk off to a cafe, walk off and get an extra croissant, whatever you want. That's the beauty. You're right there in the heart. Before I get off the Danube, I want to mention one ship, the Ama Magna. This really appeals to those of you that have never been on a river cruise and you have been thinking about it. You say, I don't know, I need a bigger stateroom, I need more variety. This ship is double the width of a standard river cruise ship. She can only fit on the Danube. Her staterooms average 355 square feet, and she has 4 different dining options. So very different. She also has a pickleball court on the top deck, and we offer a golf program with that ship, okay? Next stop is a quick look at the Rhine cruise from Amsterdam down to Basel. So when you do the 7-night cruise here, you can extend and do 2 nights in Zurich and Lucerne, or you can continue and go to Lake Como. So beautiful, beautiful itinerary. Again, 4 different countries, and then if you add Italy, there's your 5th. Amsterdam, gorgeous by day, but really nice at night too. So you're there overnight, enjoy your walk, go visit the red light district, you'll be amazed. Dusseldorf, yeah, I was very surprised. Dusseldorf, and then from there you'll take an excursion that will take you to Cologne to see the cathedral, the beautiful architecture there. Of course, the Rhine River Gorge, another beautiful stretch. This is all a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which is spectacular. And then you'll visit Rudesheim, one of my favorite little towns with beautiful vineyards. You can take a gondola ride over the vineyards, and you have to have a Rudesheimer coffee because it's fantastic. It's got a little alcohol. They light it on fire. Chocolate shavings, whipped cream. What could be bad? It's delicious. Then you'll visit Heidelberg, beautiful castle in Heidelberg. There is from another angle. This is along the Neckar River in Germany. Speyer, known for its Jewish quarter, so lots of history and heritage here. And Strasbourg. This is an area that was French, then it was German, then it was French, then it was German. Now it's truly French, but you still see that little German touch with the half-timbered gingerbread-looking homes there. And that's the money shot. Everybody's got a pose right there, no matter what time of year. I was there for the Christmas markets, absolutely beautiful. You could go bike riding through the Black Forest, buy a cuckoo clock if you like, and then visit. Did you buy a cuckoo clock?
Black Forest.
Yeah, right. That's what they're known for. And then Basel is the end, and again you can continue on there for a few nights. And just quickly, one French itinerary that I really love. People love visiting historical places in Europe, especially the beaches of Normandy. So we have one itinerary called Paris and Normandy. It's easy to remember. It's round trip Paris. I really like this one because it's a one-way cruise. And when you disembark in Le Havre, you can do an extension that takes you to Saint-Malo. And when you're in Saint-Malo, you have a day trip that takes you to Mont Saint-Michel, which is spectacular. So I did this trip a couple of years ago. I like it because it gives you the art, it gives you the history. You'll go to Monet's gardens. You'll see places where Van Gogh spent his final days. You'll visit his gravesite, him and his brother Theo, which I love. This is Giverny, Monet's gardens, absolutely beautiful. And then you'll visit Rouen, where Joan of Arc was from. So lots and lots of history, but I like that it incorporates some of the art as well. And then as you make your way up to the English Channel towards Le Havre, that's the day you will visit the beaches of Normandy. We take you to the cemetery. It's a very emotional, moving day, but it's something people need to see. It's a full day excursion. Then you'll disembark. You get to go to Le Honfleur, and that's when you go to Saint-Malo. So absolutely beautiful. There's been a TV, 5. You have a question or 5
I
minutes?
do have a
I'm not
question.
sure.
The
Yes.
Normandy beaches, is that included in excursion?
Yes, it is. It's an included excursion.
Thank
Yes,
you.
it's definitely included. That's why you're going there.
Thank
Yep.
you.
There's nothing that's not included on this one. Everything's included here. So this is Saint-Malo. There was recently a TV show on Netflix, All the Light You Cannot See. It was about World War II and the blind girl. This is Saint-Malo where it takes place. Yep. And then this is Mont Saint-Michel. So you will go there for the day. Again, it's included in the land extension. Absolutely beautiful. So just quickly on our exotics, the Mekong. We offer 7-night cruises along the Mekong River, Vietnam and Cambodia. Pre and post extensions, Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh, get to see the beautiful temples there. We have a tiny little ship, and I should say, 120 guests on the ship in Vietnam. Africa, we have a tiny ship, 14 staterooms, 28 guests, South Africa. Sails on the Chobe River. Now, nobody ever thinks of a cruise in Africa. They think, wildlife, safaris, the beautiful lodges. Well, we give you all of that, but we throw in this little cruise. The Chobe is very densely populated with elephants and about 350 species of birds. So you're only on the ship for 4 nights. You cannot book just the cruise. You have to book the whole package, and we have 5 different packages that we offer for Africa. Really, really spectacular. So if you want to talk a little bit about that, that's a whole other presentation. Then we have the Nile River. We offer 2 small ships, 37 staterooms and 41 that do a 7-night cruise on the Nile in Egypt. We just launched this a few years ago. It's kind of quieted down now since the outbreak of the war, but it's starting to pick up. People are feeling comfortable going back, and it's a really great trip that offers 3 nights pre in Cairo. You can add Jordan, Dubai, or Alexandria. And our newest destination, which I just got back from, yes, my name is Columba, and I was in Colombia. Imagine that. So very different. We're going to offer 7-night cruises on the Magdalena River. We're the very first river cruise company to offer this. When you think of South America, most people think of the Amazon. We said, no, that's boring. We don't want to go there. So Colombia has gotten a very bad rap for many years, and rightfully so. But now it's really coming back, and it's really quite special. I mean, you will be hot, you will get sweaty, you will get wet, you will get dirty. It's not like going to Europe. It's a soft adventure kind of a trip, but I really, really enjoyed it. So that's as far as our destinations. When you look at the brochure, there are many, many itineraries. I just went over like 3 of my favorites, and then a little bit of the exotics. But right now we have a promotion going on where for the pre and post land extension on certain departure dates in 25 and 26, you can get that complimentary. Not both, one or the other, okay? But you can choose. And if you're flexible with the date, one of the agents at TravelSmiths will find it for you. We also offer air. So if you want to book your air through AmaWaterways, then all of your transfers and everything is included. So that makes it also nice and easy for you. We also have a promotion. This one, I don't really trust it so much, I'll be honest, okay? It's a flat rate airfare of $8.99. But with our regular program, you can kind of tell us, I want United or I want Lufthansa. This one, you're going to get what we give you. You will have 3 days to say yes or no, but just so you know, it's really a great price, $8.99 for economy, $9.99 in 2026, and then you can get premium economy for $22.99 and business class for $42.99. But it's a promotion, just know that. We have a solo traveler special, so if we have any solo travelers in the room that feel like you're always penalized for being a solo, our normal policy is 50% of a supplement, but we have some dates where it's 10%, some dates where it's 25%. We actually have 4 ships that have 2 solo staterooms. So again, if you're flexible, we'll find it for you. The Mekong, we've got a 2-for-1 on the land promotion, and you're not going to be tested on any of this. There's a flyer in your bag, don't worry. If we have any military that are active or retired, you'll always get a $250 discount off any cruise except for Africa. Referral program, that's where, who's my AMA people? Raise your hand again.
Wait a minute.
Okay, good. So get to know those people, because if you mention their name, you're each going to get $100 off your cruise with AmaWaterways, and you don't have to travel together. You just got to let your advisor know, hey, I'm a friend of hers. You'll both get $100 off. And then, yeah, as long as you didn't make your final payment, yeah. You spot it? Ah, okay. Yep, okay, yeah.
And it's
you can get that
combinable.
$250 off.
And it's combinable.
And it's combinable, yes.
We love combinable.
It's combinable.
Love
Yes.
combinable.
And then we have, as Sally mentioned, she's part of Signature Travel. So we have a great relationship and great offers. There's certain dates in 25 and 26 that you'll get an onboard credit of $300 per stateroom. So that could be applied towards your gratuities, extra alcohol, laundry, whatever you want to do. $300 on certain dates in 25, 26. Also the AMA Max program. And then we have dates that are called the hosted program. That means there's going to be a host from Signature that's going to be on the ship. They're going to host a cocktail party, a little reception, and have some private things that go on for the group. Those are all in your packet as well. So look for those dates. I know most of you probably have plans already for 25, but 26 is wide open. We're ready to take your deposit. Remember, and I didn't mention this earlier, but with AmaWaterways, we only require, at time of reservation, a $400 per person deposit for the cruise. Your final payment is not due until 90 days prior to departure. So if you're looking at something, say 2026 for Christmas markets, if you get the right
Can you say
ship,
that again? 90 days.
90 days. So if you're looking at Christmas markets for 26, all you have to do is call in $400 now. We're not going to bother you for final payment till September of next year. But wait, there's more, because there's more. Starting tomorrow, for 1 month only, instead of $400 deposit, we're requiring $200 per person deposit. So it's a really good idea. Like I said, if you get the right ship, the right date, the right itinerary, just put your deposit down. Then you know you're booked, you know you're going, and your final payment's not due till 90 days prior. And then the show special for tonight, if anybody books within 2 weeks of today, I'll throw in an extra $100 per person discount to really sweeten the pot a little bit. So that's...
Wait a minute.
There's more?
Yes.
Oh, shit, I forgot. Go ahead, you do it.
Okay. So, if you do book with us within the next 2 weeks, we will give you an additional 5% off on your cruise.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry.
I can do that up to, I think I'm going to have,
I don't know. How many couples can you do that for?
well, I could probably do it for 20 couples.
All right, the first 20 couples that
First
book.
20 couples that call me?
Your
Yes,
next trip.
Anthony.
Very good question. So
There we
20,
go.
27, we're open right now just for Egypt, Africa, and Portugal. But 27 will be opening sometime in May. So hopefully within that 2 weeks.
All right, so tell me this, if it's not inside those 2 weeks,
All right. Who are you? Anthony? All right, you got it. Don't worry. I got you covered. Okay. Also 27? All
all
right,
right, so
all right.
5%, our 5%
Write those
discount.
names down.
I know. I could probably do them for a month. Can we do it for a month? For our 5%?
All right, yeah, sure. Whatever, I'm not arguing with her. Okay, any other questions? I think I covered it all. Did I go over? I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm not confident.
Does anybody have a question?
Yes. Oh, yes, we do have amenities for past guests. There's a $1 discount, as well as, depending on how many guess how many times you've cruised with us. There might be, an upgrade available or transfers that are included if you didn't book the air. So there are some other amenities for past guests. Yes.
All right, so without further ado, I'd like to bring up Miss Lucille. She's been with SeaDream for how many years? 22 years?
22.
22 years. And she has a beautiful luxury yacht ship that she's going to ship, so she's going to share with us this evening. Thank you very much. Go for it.
Thank you, Sally Jane, and Paul, and all of the TravelSmiths who have joined us this evening. I'm Lucille DiPero. I'm the local director of sales for SeaDream Yacht Club, and as Sally said, we're a 23-year-old company, and I've been with the company 22 of those 23 years, very happily with SeaDream Yacht Club. I have a few questions before we talk a little bit about the SeaDream difference. Who has ever heard of SeaDream Yacht Club? A couple of you. I love it when people don't know us because that's why I'm here. And that's why Sally Jane invited me, because we don't advertise. You rarely might see a print ad. It's rare, but we're test marketing a little bit. But we're a small family-owned business. Atle Brennestad is our leader. He started Seabourn. Have you ever heard of Seabourn Cruise Line? Okay. So Atle created Seabourn, built the yachts of Seabourn, and sold it to Cunard. That became a part of the big conglomerate of Carnival. And then 23 years ago wanted to get back in the business, so he bought back the two smallest yachts, that were the Sea Goddess 1 and the Sea Goddess 2, and he launched SeaDream Yacht Club. So who has ever cruised on a small vessel with less than 200 guests? Great. And has anyone ever been on SeaDream Yacht Club? Anyone else? Well, next time I meet you, I hope to see a lot of hands go up. So that's why we're here together tonight. Because we attract a lot of well-traveled cruisers who have experienced all of the large vessels and are now looking for something very different. And that's who we appeal to. Let's try again. Our yachts, we own two, SeaDream 1 and SeaDream 2. There's only 56 staterooms on the yachts, which means 112 maximum guests, and 95 crew. So how are we different than cruising? We have almost a 1-to-1 ratio of crew to guest. And believe me, you feel it. You realize it as soon as you board, because you're greeted by our captain, you're greeted by our club director, you're greeted by our activities director, and a few of our spa ladies are there to give you a cool, wet towel because we follow the sun and it's usually warm. You board at 2 p.m. wherever we are, or whatever voyage you have purchased. We board at 2 p.m. and you're greeted like this. There's never lines, you're never waiting, and it's really, we have a lot of fun in the sun. So a few of our spa ladies are there. They're then going to escort you into the main salon where we have champagne flowing and an open bar, and they may offer to give you a shoulder massage, just to give you a taste of what is available at the spa. And of course, you're greeted by some of the crew with champagne and cocktails. The beautiful thing is, a lot of times they already know your name. They may also, if you've been on board, may know your cocktail or your fruit cocktail of choice or your smoothie of choice. That is why we have earned the accolades for the incredible service that is provided and delivered consistently on board SeaDream Yacht Club. So yes, USA Today named us the #1 boutique cruise line for 2025. We've earned this a few times. And Forbes Travel Guide just named us the best restaurant on the sea which we're very, very proud about that. Well, why is our tagline, it's yachting, not cruising? There's a lot of reasons. First of all, you have almost a 1-to-1 ratio of our crew to guest. We go into the small ports of call where the large ships can't access. So you're never going to be docked where there's a big cruise ship and you're waiting to get it off, and you're waiting for some of the events or some of the things you want to do on shore. So the itineraries, well, we avoid going to mass market places or places where large ships are. And we also have a sport platform on the back of both yachts. We lower it. We offer swimming on the right in the middle of the sea sometimes. If you go to a place like Croatia, we'll drop the sports platform. Same thing in St. Bart's in the Caribbean. And you could swim. And then after swimming, we bring out the water toys. So we have motorized and non-motorized water toys. Now, no, we don't have children on board. We don't have many, if we have any at all. This is for us older people. We can act like kids again. And believe me, I get out on the Wave Runner, usually in St. Bart's. The other yacht is there also, and I might go over to see some of the crew on a Wave Runner. We have a really great time. We have Wave Runners, Zodiacs for water skiing, wakeboarding, banana boating. We have paddle boards, kayaks, even a fleet of bikes to use when you're in port. This is all inclusive. Our tariff, our what you pay SeaDream for your week or longer on board includes all your cuisine, all of the water toys, use of the golf simulator. We have 30 courses that you can play throughout the world. It includes all your meals, open bar with select premium brands, wine which is poured at lunch and dinner all day and all night if you prefer. And also it includes some of the activities that we offer. For example, we have what we call shoreside casuals. For example, the head chef might take a group in Saint-Tropez when we're in the French Riviera and go to the local market and buy fruits and vegetables for the yacht. And then we'll take a little walk over to the fish market, sample some of the local oysters. He made them buy a lot of shellfish and prepare a bouillabaisse for when we return to the yacht. So a lot of the food is sourced locally also. We also have wonderful Balinese dream beds up along deck 6, where you can enjoy the scene, you can enjoy the sun, you can ask a crew member, I really prefer shade, I want to take a nap or read a book, and they'll bring out some of the umbrellas and set it up in front of you. And at night, you can reserve one of the Balinese dream beds and sleep under the stars, which is really great, especially the one on the bow. So if you're celebrating your anniversary or if, getting married and you're on for your honeymoon, we bring up the down duvet, the Belgian linens, and also the rose petals. We put a swag so that you have some privacy, a little rope on either side so no one walks along the front of the bow and you have some privacy. It is fabulous. We're also perfect for charters, and we do charter to individuals for milestone of birthdays, anniversaries, and special events, family reunions, and also to corporations for their annual incentive or new product launch. And we also spent over $10 million for our renovation during COVID.
No crowds, no lines, no stress.
Nice.
Yes, Sally Jane.
Lucille, where was the yacht that was going through that was so tight?
That was in the Greek Isles. It just slipped my mind.
It's okay. When you think of it,
Wait a
you
minute.
tell me.
It'll
That was
come.
amazing. That was
It was
amazing.
The Greek Isles,
Like,
and
woo.
the Kiel Canal keeps coming into my mind. That's in Germany, and we're heading there in August.
Ooh.
But it'll come to me. We're small enough that we are still welcome in the Grand Canal of Venice, which is rare because they've eliminated offering any commercial vessels on the sea into the Grand Canal, but we're under 200 guests. We're only 112 maximum guests, so we're still invited in. They'll come back to me. But we're perfect for charters. I will mention it. We use charter for weddings for 4 days or longer. BMW charters us regularly for the Grand Prix in Monte Carlo for many years. Tag Heuer, the Swiss watch company, also does charter. Just to give you a little background, because most people don't know us. Coca-Cola, Toyota, many different companies charter us regularly. The Corinth Canal, thank you. It's the Corinth Canal, excuse me, in the Greek Isles. And I'm looking to go this August. We're going through the Greek Isles in August, and we will transit the Corinth Canal. I think it's August 16, Athens. This is a yacht club stateroom. So we have 56 staterooms, 54 are identical. This is on deck 2 where we have entry-level pricing. And you see the 2 circular windows? That's the only difference. So as a result, it gives us an excuse to offer you a little discount on deck 2. So deck 3 and deck 4 have the side-by-side rectangular windows, same exact layout, same exact beautifully appointed. We gutted all of the staterooms during COVID, right down to the steel, and redid them. So the feedback we have received from our past guests is incredible. They love it. And it's really amazing how many guests return over and over and over, because there's nothing like this on the sea. And I'm really proud to say that. We really have an incredible repeat clientele. So I hope some of you become our repeat Sea Dreamers. Once you've been on board, we refer to you as our Sea Dreamer. This again is a regular yacht club stateroom, but we do have 8 that on deck 2 and on deck 4 that open up to 4 Commodore suites. More and more couples want their own bathroom. Forget about wanting their own sink. Now they want their own bathroom, so they open up to 2. It's priced less than 2 times the regular yacht club stateroom, so it's reasonably priced. You can see it here again, and this is on deck 2. This is our Admiral suite up on deck 4, and on deck 3 is the owner suite. This is just a third of it. So both the Admiral and the owner suite have a bath and a half. The owner suite has a large bedroom. The master bathroom has a big picture window, a separate shower behind glass, and also a tub. We replaced all the teak wood throughout the yacht, and yes, just to go back, this pool is really hopping. But you never have to worry about putting a towel down for your place. You won't see that on SeaDream Yacht Club because there are so many common areas and places to go and enjoy on the yacht. These are the Balinese dream beds, and I think someone here enjoyed an overnight under the stars, right? Yes. You want to tell us a little bit about an overnight under the stars?
Come on, Lisa.
Come on, Lisa.
Well, I think the first thing that you didn't tell everybody is that they get that little treat in their stateroom. Everybody gets pajamas with your name on them, and they're navy and white, and navy with white embroidery, and they're waiting for you when you get into your stateroom. So they're really nice pajamas. And then you pick or you can just reserve. There's enough for everybody every night. So if there's like 6 on one side, 6 on the other side. And like Lucille said, they pull all the best linens out. So you have the down comforter, you have a million pillows, they set up champagne for you. It's unbelievably romantic, and it was just such a special experience, and I loved it.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Mark, do you want to add anything? I'm not putting you.
Covered it all.
There you go. It really is fun. I've been on board where we left all the guys in their staterooms because they weren't up for it. So we had a woman's slumber party with all my girlfriends, and we had so much fun, really. We stayed up talking half the night, drinking. We closed the top of the yacht bar. We really had a blast. And then we got up for early risers breakfast. And then our crew came over and said, "Miss Lucille, we're ready for sit-down breakfast, plated and prepared a la minute for you." And I thought, oh my God, I haven't brushed my teeth. I'm in my jammies. I haven't put a comb through my hair. Who cares? We sat down and we had our plated breakfast, and it was delicious. Anything you want. We turned Deck 6 into a wonderful place for relaxation and fun. You could see the backdrop if you want to take pictures and post them on Instagram. These are the Balinese dream bed on the bow with a hot tub and a cold tub. And on the other yacht, one is gray and the other is blue. The golf simulator. We do have Starlink. We were actually the very first on the sea to have Starlink. It's high-speed internet. We do charge for it. Our owner is into charging he doesn't want everyone on their iPad and on their phone and on their laptop. He wants them to enjoy the SeaDream experience. So we do charge $99 a week. It's worth it if you have to work. Otherwise, just go up. If you're just going to check your email, just go up to the library. We have 2 workstations with complimentary Wi-Fi, and you'll be fine just checking your email. This is the sports platform and some of the toys and the top of the yacht bar where we have early risers breakfast. And we also have the last cocktail of the night. It's really fun. Again, how are we different? What is yachting and not cruising? Well, we dine al fresco, outdoors, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We do have a fabulous dining room where we'll have dinner maybe once or twice during the course of the week. And our dream cuisine. We're known for our cuisine, service, and value. And Tomasz is our head chef. This is him in Saint-Tropez, like I was saying. He escorts a group for a shoreside casual. Our cuisine is varied. If you enjoy meat, seafood, shellfish, whatever you want, it's on the menu. If it's not on the menu, ask for it. If we don't have it that night, the chef will prepare it the following night or the night after. And if you have friends who are vegan or raw vegan, we can accommodate them. There are options on the menu, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Our chefs have been trained at the Hippocrates Center in Florida. Here, this is at lunchtime. We don't have buffets, but we also have options where, for example, at lunch or at breakfast, you have wheatgrass that will make juice for you. But at lunch or even at dinner, if you want whatever you want on the sidebar, our crew will bring you, our server will bring you over. You tell them what you want, they will plate it, and they will bring it to your table. We also have a dessert extravaganza one night, which is so much fun. What we do is that night we're usually dining in the main salon. You'll know because when you sit down, you're not asked if you want the souffle of the day. So that's the tip-off. It's the night of the extravaganza around the pool. And what happens is 2 of our musicians come out with electric guitars. They play music. our chefs, our pastry chefs are out there with high hats and different high tiers of miniature desserts that we're offering. And the bar is flowing, the champagne is flowing, and the music is going. And when the two guitarists are finished, the DJ comes out. So we have a lot of fun. It's all about fun in the sun. Again, some of the toys that we use, and our new addition, the slide. So I had one couple on a year ago December when we just put the slide up. She's 75 years old. So I text her and I said, Kathy, did you go down the slide? And she said, did I go down the slide, Lucille? I went down the slide 5 times. But your new captain, he went down 5 times head first. So we do have fun. The evening is low profile. If our guests want a Broadway review, they go to New York. So it's all about having fun, a leisurely dinner, multi-courses, plenty of wine is flowing. We also have a wine cellar. So if you're a wine connoisseur, you want a specific wine, we have it in the wine cellar. It's reasonably priced because we are at sea, there's no tax, and we don't have a 300% markup. So you can drink your favorite wine. Otherwise, the pouring wine is all varied and it's very good. You'll find it from California, different parts of the US, parts of Europe, of course, French and Italian. Plenty of great wine that we pour. We have a one-table casino for blackjack, and it jumps, and it's right adjacent to the piano bar. So if it's after dinner and you want cocktails outdoors, you go to the top of the yacht bar here at the lower right. If you want to be indoors in AC, then you go over to the piano bar while your significant other is playing a little blackjack right next to you, right across from you. And if not, we have film, first-run movies under the stars around the pool. And you'll see up above there some of our guests having cocktails around the pool. Now we do have a Thai spa. This is one of the few things that is in addition to your tariff. It's reasonably priced, they're phenomenal. And they work from 8 to 8 on appointment. And they not only have Thai spa, they offer you couples massage, Swedish massage. They have a full menu and it's on our website also. We also we're into wellness. So we have complimentary Tai Chi and yoga, complimentary in the morning. But we're also into indulgence. So when we're in the Caribbean from November through April, one yacht is in the British Virgin Isles and the other one is in the Grenadines. What we do is we have our signature champagne and caviar splash in the surf, followed by the beach barbecue. It is so decadent and so much fun. It really is. Our crew come out and they have the surfboard with all the accoutrements. The champagne is on ice, so is the caviar on ice, and they start preparing it, feeding you. Everyone comes off their chaise lounge into the water to enjoy some champagne and caviar in the surf. Then the beach barbecue. It's all on china. And we have stations of carved meat and carved ribs, every type of salad you can imagine, seafood that is grilled and grilled veggies. Again, dining al fresco with the captain. We're very social, and our officers are there meeting you and spending time with you. They love what they do, as do our crew. And that's what I sell, our crew. They are incredible. They're from all over the world, Europe, the Philippines, Eastern Europe, and they love and are passionate about SeaDream. So they love coming out and spending time and getting to know you. And that's why so many of our guests return over and over again, because they build a relationship with each other. On Facebook, there's a SeaDream 1 and a SeaDream 2 page that was created by our repeat guests. and they commiserate, they exchange information. It's really incredible, the camaraderie that is built on board. So you're probably asking yourself, okay, Lucille, where do you go after April? So we transatlantic and we head to the Mediterranean. A little bit of Spain and Portugal, a lot of the French and Italian Riviera, Croatia, and the Greek Isles. Now this year, 2025, 2026, and 2027, we're also going to Norway. Oddly, our owner is Norwegian, so we're bringing our guests home to Norway for the next 3 years. So the yachts are splitting. One will be in the Med, and the other will go up to North Europe, some Scotland, Ireland, and the UK. We'll be in London in May, and this May, which we're excited about. And then heading to the Baltic 2025 and over to Scandinavia. 26 and 27, we will not be in the Baltic and Scandinavia, but we will be in Norway. Both yachts will spend more time in the Mediterranean. We're stuck here. Tom. Yeah. So in the meantime, thank you.
Ta-da.
Thank you. That was quick. So here are some of the ports of call in the Caribbean that we go to, and I'm sure you're familiar with most of them. And places like Kennewan Island is one of the newest destinations we're going to, where one travel writer wrote, that's where the billionaires go to escape the millionaires. Just to give you an idea of some of the itineraries that we offer in both the BVIs, the British Virgin Isles, and the Grenadines. And we do have space available this November and December. We do have space over festive, over Passover and Christmas, and that's rare. But New Year's is always sold out, at least a year in advance, because both yachts are in St. Bart's, and it's an incredible experience. While you're on board, though, we offer a savings for you, and then we send all of your paperwork digitally to your TravelSmiths advisor. So there are options when you're on board for savings, because we don't really discount a lot because we're in demand and we go out full. You were asking, I was asking you, I bet you're thinking, where are you going in May? So here are some of the ports of call that we frequent. Again, they're in the small ports of call, Idra in Greece, and Pontefacio, and Positano, Taormina in Italy, and Sicily. So there's small ports of call that the large ships don't get into. You fly down to the port, so in other words, we may have in the Caribbean a San Juan, St. Thomas. You fly to the yacht because we want to spend the time in the ports where you're going to enjoy your destination rather than spending too much time trying to get there, right? Because we're a small vessel. Same thing in the Mediterranean. You're going to fly to places like Nice and Rome, to sail from Nice to Rome. And very often 2 different cities, except for Athens, we have a lot of round trip Athens. But Athens could be a 10-day, including Turkey. We're returning to Istanbul. It could include some of Italy or Sicily. So the itineraries are varied. Again, Grand Canal is still open to SeaDream Yacht Club, and so is the Corinth Canal.
Yeah.
Thank you. I had a little brain freeze there. It happens. And again, in Norway, we're going to explore the fjords of Norway that we're so excited about in 25, 26, and 27. So we're not totally sold out. Our guests take insurance, and I highly recommend it, because you never know. They book far in advance, and then life happens. A niece is getting married. Someone, in the family is getting married or has a special occasion, and you have to cancel. So we always recommend you take insurance out. And because of that, people do wait list, because we do sell out. But they wait list if they see an itinerary that they really like. It's a $500 totally refundable wait list. And we just want to do that to make sure that you're serious. If you decide you don't, if it clears and you decide you don't want to go, you'll get your money back. Again, if these voyages are sold out, by the time you call your advisor at TravelSmiths, remember, we're going again next year in 2027. And again, as I was saying, it's August 9 to 19 and August 19 to 30. We do transit the Kiel Canal on the 9th, and I think the following one also. We'll check for you. Scandinavia and North Europe, we do have space available. We also have wine voyages. If you want to learn more about wine, we have wine voyages also, where we invite a family member from the vineyard, and they come and talk about the wine. We'll do wine tasting, and the whole yacht is invited to the wine tasting. The wine pairing dinner is an additional cost, and it's really nominal. It's like $85 to $125 for the wine pairing dinner. And then we offer yacht land adventures, our optional short excursions, at very reasonable prices. That family member from the vineyard might take you to lunch, and they might do a demonstration or a wine pairing lunch also. So 2026 is available in Scandinavia also, just so that you're aware. And we're also going to Scotland, Ireland and France, Bordeaux to Lisbon, and we do have space available. May to September of 2026, we'll be in the fjords of North Europe and the British Isles. Just to give you an idea, these are the ports of call that we go to. You can see this Celtic Homelands, Glasgow, which is really Troon to Dublin, August 29 to September 5 on SeaDream 2 in 2026. At the end of every voyage, we ask our guests to fill out a comment card. And The comment cards are wonderful because they're read every week by our president and our owner and a lot of us. Especially if I have clients on, if I have a group on, I want to read those comment cards. And we take them to heart. And our average is usually 9.85 out of 10 points, week after week. And usually the only time we lose a few points is maybe a yacht land adventure, a shore excursion, where we use the finest suppliers in every port of call. Every destination management company that we work with are amongst the finest in every port. But we can't control that. But we hear repeatedly about our cuisine, but most of all the service. Our crew are incredible, our chefs are incredible. No, we don't have specialty restaurants because everything on the menu is special. And you can order, even if it's not on the menu, you can ask for it. And really, we don't have well-known chefs. They're just really, really great chefs. So our cuisine is award-winning. We're still winning the accolades over and over again. If you have friends and you like to travel with them, tell your advisor at TravelSmiths, and they will offer a presentation. I will be happy to come in and meet your colleagues or your constituents or your friends who may be interested and you want to travel as a group. We'd love to work with you together with TravelSmiths and form a group for you if you want to travel with your friends, which is always fun to do. So our comments from one of the last voyages, we had 10 across the board, but one of them was right here because our average ages are 50s, 60s. We started 22, 23 years ago, where our average age was in the 50s. Those guests are 70s now, and they return over and over again. But we had a 93-year-old couple, and they just said, your crew are intuitive. They're anticipatory. They knew when to come over and help us with something, and they knew exactly when to leave us be. So I have to say, I give it up to our crew. They make my life easy. That's why I'm still working. I represent the best crew on the sea. And here they are, and we hope to see you. We hope we have more and more SeaDreamers every time I come back. This is my first time meeting all of you and being invited here to share SeaDream Yacht Club with you. I can't thank you enough for this long evening, for your undivided attention and your interest. I really want to thank you. And this is yachting, not cruising.
Wait,
No,
wait, you mean
no,
cruising?
that is not the
You mean
tender.
cruising, not yachting. That's cruising.
You got it.
Right.
This is yachting. This is not the tender. This is SeaDream Yacht Club. So
I
I
love
want
it.
to thank you. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. All right, so we have some kind of special though.
Yes, we do. So anyone who books SeaDream Yacht Club within the next 2 weeks
With TravelSmiths.
with TravelSmiths, absolutely. It's on the flyer, the one-page flyer that is in the SeaDream brochure. If you book with TravelSmiths, it has to be with TravelSmiths, within the next 14 days,
I don't know if we have.
you will be eligible, you will be eligible for a $500 savings per stateroom. And believe me, we do not discount, so that is really generous, and I hope you use it. I'm here to help your advisor, and we can have a three-way conversation if you have any questions. In the meantime, do you have any questions?
Not one.
What's an average cabin cost for a lead-in cabin?
Well, in the Caribbean right now, we have some in November and December that start at $4,000 per person, plus your port and handling, which is $400 and plus. So that's 7 nights. So it's under $5,000 where we start. And in the Mediterranean, it starts closer to 5,000 and up. And up. So if you're in the owner's suite or the admiral suite or you want a Commodore suite, yes, it's going to be up. But the beauty of that is so much is included, including gratuities. Now I will say more and more of our guests tell me, Lucille, I can't leave without leaving more gratuities. So I tell them we have a crew account where you can donate to it, the crew fund. And the beauty of that is the crew has a group of members who decide how they use that fund. So if they're going to have a party, which they have at least one a week, we highly recommend it and encourage it because we're all about working hard and playing really hard. So they'll use some of that money for their party. Let's say one of their colleagues loses a family member last minute, has to leave and has to fly. We take care of them as a company, but everyone could always use some spending money. So the crew fund members will get together and share that money. But also, there's stewardess who takes care of your room and tidies up every day and looks after you. You know, more and more people will leave a modest gratuity for them at the end of the week. But let's put it this way, they're paid higher, they're treated really well, not only by SeaDream Yacht Club, by our guests also. So they're not hovering over you trying to get that best gratuity that you could imagine, no. But they don't expect it, they don't anticipate it. Let's face it, they welcome it when you're generous, but thank you.
Good question. Does anybody else have questions?
Excursions or?
Additional, yes. We refer to our excursions as yacht land adventures. We offer the thing to do in every port of call. For instance, let's say you're in Capri. You want to go to the Blue Grotto. Everyone wants to experience the Blue Grotto at least once, right? So we offer an optional yacht land adventure, a shore excursion. You don't have to disembark the yacht and go and stand in line. Our guests are used to extremely high level of service across the board. So our shore excursion includes a company that brings their boat to our yacht. You move from the yacht to the boat, and you're looked after the whole time. So yes, there's going to be less expensive options if you disembark and go and buy a shore excursion on your own, but you're not going to get the service that is consistent with the service you are receiving while on board SeaDream Yacht Club.
Excellent, those are good questions.
Very good questions.
Deposits?
Deposit is 25%.
Question.
Absolutely. Our deposit is at 25%,
Okay.
and it's fully refundable until 90 days out. It's just a $50 service fee because we're all about paying we're a small little company. 50 people run this company, and it's pretty incredible what we all do. So yes, we have some service fees, but that's $50 for all the work that was done, and now you cancel. We understand you have to cancel, but it's just a nominal $50 service fee.
And Lucille, it's 2 ships.
2 vessels, identical, SeaDream 1 and SeaDream 2. The only difference on the 2 is the lovely art collection that Otley's wife has chosen on both the yachts.
Cool.
You're waiting for another question.
Yep. Anyone else?
Insurance.
Insurance is it what you were going to say?
Insurance.
Insurance is available, but we encourage our advisors to sell you the insurance they're comfortable with selling you. Is it available through, it changes, and I really don't even talk about it. I really don't. But just so you know, we have it all available. You're in good hands. We don't advertise. People don't know us. We really do depend on our travel partners, like TravelSmiths, to get in front of you. And I did mention, because we are signature members
Yeah.
a $200 spa credit per stateroom.
All right, I hear that part. Awesome. Lizzie has a question.
Yes, Liz. It's not heated, and it's welcoming because it's not heated, because we're in the sun. Believe me, it's refreshing. It's never cold. It's not real deep. You're not diving. It's only 4 feet, but it's refreshing. It really is. We have a hot tub, which you don't see next to the pool, and then up on deck 6, the cold tub and the hot tub.
I like that. Russ?
Yes.
You mentioned you got on a wave runner with to see other crew.
Lucille, can you repeat the question?
You mentioned that you got on a wave runner to visit any other crew. The ships travel together?
Great question. Normally they do. They're not too far from each other. Like in the Caribbean, one is in the BVIs, the other is in the Grenadines. They're not real far from each other. In the Mediterranean, they're usually close together, except for 25, 26, and 27, where one is going to North Europe and to Norway, or Scandinavia in Norway. So this year and 2 following years, we're changing it up a little bit. Anything else?
All right, I think we have 2 surprise gifts. You're going to do questions.
Yeah, I have a couple questions.
Okay, so the rules are they have to raise their hand. You have to pick.
Okay,
Okay,
so
Colleen.
what
Colleen.
is SeaDream Yacht Club's tagline? You have to raise your hand.
Gotta raise it.
We're not ocean, oh my God.
Oh, he's got it.
Sorry.
Nope. He's got his hands up.
What did you
Right
say?
up front.
You've got it.
There we go, there's one.
Bottle of champagne. This is the champagne that flows every day, all week. It's a lovely, fun champagne. Enjoy. Okay,
Oh.
let's think another
Never heard of it.
question. Name two places in 25, 6, 7 that is going to be new ports of call for SeaDream Yacht Club.
Come on, I don't see one hand. Come on, there we go.
Yes, and a second one? No. Norway. Give this gentleman a bottle of
All
champagne.
righty, Frank. All right.
Thank you.
I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I hope this was educational, but yet fun. I would love for you to pick up the phone and call TravelSmiths. As you know where we're located. If you haven't got our business cards on the way out, our phone number is 732-899-8400. Please check us out. Remember, we have all these great deals, and we will be reaching out to you. Thank you again.